Hey 1 English Listening Practice, Weather and Climate. Part 1. Introduction to Weather and Climate. Hey everybody, welcome to this A1 English Listening Practice video. You can use this video to practice your listening and comprehension as I speak. You ready? Today, I'm going to talk about weather and climate. This is an important topic because we talk about the weather a lot in our daily lives. Let's get started. Section 1. Common Weather Vocabulary. First, let's talk about some common words we use to describe the weather. When the sun is shining, we say it's sunny. When there are clouds in the sky, we say it's cloudy. If it's raining, we say it's rainy. If it's snowing, we say it's snowy. When the wind is blowing a lot, we say it's windy. If the weather is very hot, we say it's hot. If it's very cold, we say it's cold. What's the weather like today where you are? Is it sunny, cloudy, or maybe rainy? Section 2. Talking about temperatures. Now, let's talk about temperatures. When the temperature is high, we say it's warm or hot. When it's low, we say it's cool or cold. In some countries, people use Celsius, and in others, they use Fahrenheit. For example, 30 degrees Celsius is hot, but in Fahrenheit, that's about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. 0 degrees Celsius is freezing, and that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit in Fahrenheit. What's the temperature in your city right now? Do you prefer hot weather or cold weather? Section 3. Weather in different seasons. The weather changes during different seasons of the year. In spring, the weather is usually warm, and flowers start to bloom. In summer, it's hot, and many people go to the beach. In autumn or fall, it gets cooler, and the leaves change color. In winter, it's cold, and sometimes it snows. What's your favorite season? Mine is autumn because I love the cool weather and colorful leaves. Section 4. Talking about climate. Now let's talk about climate. Climate is different from weather. Weather is what's happening now, but climate is the average weather over a long time. Some places have a tropical climate. It's warm and rainy all year. Other places have a dry climate. It hardly ever rains. In some places, the climate is temperate, with warm summers and cold winters. And in some areas, the climate is polar, where it's very cold all the time. What kind of climate does your country have? Part 2. Deeper into weather and climate. Section 5. Unusual weather events. Sometimes the weather is not normal. These are called unusual weather events. A storm is when it's very windy and there's a lot of rain. A hurricane is a very big storm with strong winds and heavy rain. A drought is when there is no rain for a long time and the ground gets very dry. A flood happens when it rains a lot and water covers the land. Have you ever experienced any of these unusual weather events? What happened? Section 6. Useful weather expressions. Here are some common expressions people use when talking about the weather. It's pouring means it's raining very hard. It's freezing means it's very cold. The weather is unpredictable today means it changes quickly. It's a perfect day for a walk means the weather is nice and comfortable. Practice using these expressions in your own sentences. Section 7. How to check the weather forecast. If you want to know the weather for today or tomorrow, you can check the weather forecast. You can watch it on TV, listen to it on the radio, or check it on your phone. The forecast might say, It will be sunny in the morning and rainy in the afternoon. It might also include temperatures like a high of 25 degrees Celsius and a low of 15 degrees Celsius. Do you check the weather forecast every day? Why or why not? Okay, that's all for today. Leave a comment and tell me about the weather in your city. Is it sunny, rainy, or maybe cold? Also, let me know if you've ever experienced any unusual weather events. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, and follow us on Instagram for more English tips and lessons. See you next time. A1 English Listening Practice: Weather and Climate in the United States. Part 1. Introduction to Weather in the U.S. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another A1 English Listening Practice. Today we are talking about the weather and climate in the United States. The U.S. is a big country with many types of weather. Let's explore this topic together. Section 1. Weather vocabulary you need. Before we talk about the weather in the U.S., here are some words you will hear. Sunny when the sun is shining. Cloudy when the sky is full of clouds. Rainy when it's raining. Windy when the wind is strong. Snowy when it's snowing. Stormy when there's thunder, lightning, or heavy rain. Practice these words. Now let's see how they describe the weather in different parts of the United States. Part 2. Weather in different regions. Section 2. The 4 seasons. The United States has 4 seasons. Spring, March to May. The weather is warm and flowers bloom. In some places, there's still a little rain. Summer, June to August. It's hot and sunny. Many people enjoy going to the beach or having barbecues. Fall, September to November. The weather becomes cool, and the leaves turn red, orange, and yellow. This season is also called autumn. Winter, December to February. It's cold, and in many places it snows. Section 3. Different climates in the U.S. The U.S. has many different climates because it is so big. Let's look at some examples. The Northeast, like New York and Boston. Cold winters with snow and hot summers. The Southeast, like Florida. Warm weather all year and lots of rain. The Midwest, like Chicago. Very cold winters and hot, humid summers. The Southwest, like Arizona. Hot and dry with little rain. The West Coast, like California. Mild winters and warm, sunny summers. What kind of climate do you prefer? Section 4. Extreme weather in the U.S. The United States also experiences extreme weather. Here are some examples. Tornadoes. These are strong spinning winds that can happen in the Midwest, especially in Tornado Alley. Hurricanes. Big storms with heavy rain and strong winds that often happen in the Southeast, especially in Florida. Snowstorms. Heavy snow in the Northeast and Midwest during winter. Heat waves. Very hot weather in the summer, especially in the South and Southwest. Have you ever seen or heard about these types of weather? Part 3. Talking about the U.S. weather. Section 5. How Americans talk about the weather. In the U.S., people often talk about the weather. Here are some examples. It's freezing outside. This means it's very cold. It's boiling hot today. This means it's very hot. We're expecting a storm later. This means a storm is coming. The weather is perfect. This means it's nice outside. Practice using these sentences. What's the weather like in your country today? Section 6. Checking the weather in the U.S. Americans like to check the weather forecast to plan their day. They use apps or watch TV for updates. The forecast tells them if it will rain. There's a 50% chance of rain today. Temperatures. The high today is 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and the low is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Warnings. A heat wave is coming this weekend. Do you check the weather forecast every day? Section 7. Fun facts about U.S. weather. Here are some fun facts about weather in the United States. The hottest place in the U.S. is Death Valley, California, where it can reach 134 degrees Fahrenheit, 56 degrees Celsius. The coldest place is Barrow, Alaska, where it can drop to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 51 degrees Celsius. Hurricane season is from June to November. In some parts of the Midwest, people see a lot of hail, small balls of ice that fall from the sky. Which of these facts surprised you the most? All right, that's all for today. The United States has so many different types of weather and climates. Now I want to hear from you. What's the weather like in your country? Have you ever visited the U.S.? Leave your answers in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. See you next time.